There's a distance between us. It's getting hard to reach out. Haven't seen you in seasons. All I hear is your voice. I know my limits. You can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line. 'Cause I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been finding ways to get away, to see you again. like I can't keep pushing. Got nothing left to live in. When I find it, I'm ready to attack now. Make my mark again. I will never go back down. Yeah, I've heard that doubts
Enemy hit.
won't amount to anything, but I prove you wrong. Yeah, yeah. Let 'em hear my
Enemy spotted!
Enemy detected.
Taking hits!
Thunderlight. Enemy.
Enemy spotted!
Enemy. Enemy detected. Unstoppable!
Taking fire.
Wicked sick! Wicked sick! Wicked sick!
Enemy spotted.
Wicked sick! Enemy
So if you care, you should know I don't. What's done is done, now the feeling's gone. That's how it go, yeah, I'm moving on. That's how it go, 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 go. So if you care, you should know I don't. What's done is done, now the feeling's gone. That's how it go, yeah, I'm moving on. That's how it go, go, go.
In Vico 1, so I'm going to be taking a look at the peripherals they used along with the other top 5 duos, I mean Peterbot, Poyo, and some honorable mentions because there is a pretty clear peripheral meta in Fortnite. The winning team, both players were using the G Pro Super Strike. So yeah, in this clip you can see like through the crevices that both players are using the Super Strike. Valabuka is actually using the Artisan Hayate Otsu, which is uncommon to see. Large desk mats, just smooth cloth pads in general, like the Argon pad Vico was using, are much more popular. They were also 6-7ing before the tournament, so maybe that's why they won rather than the peripherals. The reason I don't talk about keyboards in these videos is because wootings are banned at Fortnite lands for really no good reason. So all the players just use like Apex Pros or really whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter at a point. When you watch them, you're like, yeah, having a slightly better Hall Effect keyboard probably wouldn't do anything. But the event was almost exclusively Super Strikes and just GPX2s. Very little of anything else. I saw a clip of Mr. Savage saying he used a GPX Dex by accident.
And also, I sent in the wrong mouse. Yeah, because, okay, I told my dad, yo, can you buy the G Pro Superlight too?
Yeah. He bought the one.
He bought the Dexterity one, which is it's a different shape and a different weight.
Clicks didn't even make finals either. He uses a ULX, which according to Final Mouse's own documents is a 3-star sensor. So, yeah, if you tried to do anything unorthodox, you got fucked up. The Super Strike, with the amount of clicking in Fortnite, just having these sensitive clicks, like we obviously don't know the sensitivity that players are using. Yeah, it was really when I saw this clip of Shark in the practice room, I was like, yeah, I've been vindicated. This is the mouse for the cracked 14-year-old Fortnite player. Like when you just realize how much he's clicking per second. But he got 3rd place, and I guess I should talk about 2nd place, Peterbot and Poyo, who were both using GPX2s. Peterbot was actually using the updated GameSense Benji Fishy Radar mousepad, so everybody who went out and bought the old one because he's using it, you're out of luck, I guess. And Poyo, who had a like generational Fortnite performance, was using the Artisan Zero Orange and also the GPX2, which previously he'd been using the Viper V3 Pro. I don't know why he swapped to the GPX2. Yeah, definitely interesting peripheral choice. I don't recall seeing many, if any, Viper V4 Pros. And Poyo, I mean, yeah, he's not using Razor anymore. Obviously, they got like 2nd and 3rd most damage, but you have to wonder if they would have won had they both been using the Super Strike. And yeah, 3 out of the people top 5 damage-wise were using the Super Strike. So in my opinion, it's the best mouse for Fortnite, even though it's always been a G Pro dominated the game, and the Super Strike is just like the natural evolution with better clicks. So I just found all of the concern about the side buttons, like the weight balancing. Clearly, it doesn't matter for the best of the best, and that brings us to 3rd place. Shark, they really were not showing his peripherals. This is a common theme. The person like on the left side, they just weren't getting proper camera time, but as we can see, this is a Super Strike. He was using it in the practice room, but he was using a different mousepad. I honestly don't know what mousepad this is. And his teammate Teeny does play on controller, which is truly shocking. I'm not sure if there's a controller reviewer out there who's going to go in depth into his setup, but I presume there's some alpha there. And now for 4th place, it was Sky and Skrull, a Danish duo, and they just did not show Sky's peripherals. It's like they were baiting. Well, they showed the mousepad. They're both using these Arcaloot mousepads, Aussie Antics company. I will review them at some point. But they were just like staring at these Danish guys' faces, and Skrull was using a Super Strike, so I presume the teammate was using a Super Strike. On Pro settings, it said a Viper V3 Pro, but it hadn't been updated in a month because they couldn't figure it out either. Nobody knows what Sky was using. And yeah, just look through the VOD again. I can't find it. If anybody in the comments knows, feel free to let me know. But yeah, I figure I should try these Arcaloot mouse pads if top pros are using them, just like the large desk mat. It's clearly the ideal surface for Fortnite. There are a few artisans, obviously, from like Malibuca and Poyo. But yeah, even 5th place Acorn and Bolts, they were both using the GameSense radar and using GPX2s as well. But the Super Strike, it's almost like a mouse where if one person in the duo gets it, they're going to like sing the praise and the other person's going to convert. So I feel like that, I mean, Event 9s, which makes sense because it's like this highly
The legendary Miyamoto Musashi, the man who won his first battle at the age of 13, the man who has won over 60 duels without suffering a first battle at the age, and the man who has more pop culture and media appearances than any historical figure ever. Like, no, seriously, like, how many forms of media are they going to put him in? Vagabond, Record of Ragnarok, Ghost of Yote, and now Baki. Yes, the anime about invisible food has decided to feature a Japanese swordsman from the 1600s. This nonsensical masterpiece is like a combination of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures and Boondocks. This Baki season has been getting hyped up for the longest, so let's cut the yapping and get straight into the meat and potatoes. Just to get you up to date on the lore real quick, so far, Baki has defeated Guevara, yes, the real Che Guevara, Oliver Biscuit, a 600-pound winter soldier, Pickle, a prehistoric caveman who looks like Tsukasa's cousin, and even Yujiro Hanma, the strongest creature alive. Well, he kinda beats him like on a technicality, I guess, but you know, that's besides the point. Because Baki has basically beaten every single major boss in a video game, he is now suffering from extreme boredom. That's when it cuts over to Brock Lesnar, also claiming to be extremely bored. He's the 8-time defending world champion and has belted every single one of his opponents. Since the father-son fight from last season got live streamed and posted on social media, everyone heard about it, so he wants to have a fight with Baki in the hope that it will cure his boredom. People in Baki really got death wishes. He saw non-AI generated footage of a Japanese teenager using real-life projection sorcery and said, yeah, let me get that, let me squabble up with him. Tokugawa agrees and they set up the match in the main arena for the same day. No training camp, no nothing. Baki walks out and his nen is so strong. Brock Lesnar sees this Lord of the Rings Australian creature projected from Baki's body. I was getting ready for some kind of legendary squabble, but this genuinely lasted 12 seconds.
Hi, my name is Cherry Bomb and I fight for all the single moms out there that don't get the respect they deserve.
Let's do this! I am dangerous!
Baki didn't even throw a punch. He weaved a kick and grabbed bro by his head and started shaking him so hard his brain turned into jelly. Coughing baby versus hydrogen bomb. I don't know if anyone can hang with Baki right now. Baki is still extremely bored when we cut over to Tokugawa, and this man Tokugawa actually runs Japan. Like, imagine the prime minister of a country is having to check in with you before he does anything. This is the type of chokehold the cartel had on Mexico. This might be the type of chokehold that Israel has on America. They meet up and he takes the prime minister to this facility underneath Tokyo's Skytree. That's when he reveals that he is attempting to clone a human being, Musashi Miyamoto. They plundered his actual gravesite and used the bone marrow from his spinal cord to extract his DNA to begin the cloning process. They start the process, and before they even picked up his reboot card, Baki was able to sense his presence the same way Megumi sensed Sukune in Shibuya. But before they were able to complete the summoning jutsu, we got over to the other top tiers in the verse. Tatsumi and Goki Shigekawa are doing some light sparring as they begin to explain that after the father-son fight, everyone started training again. Doppo will start doing waterfall training like he's Sage Mode Naruto. Motobe is moving like Batman and wants to master all weapon-based martial arts. Kosho Shinogi and his brother quit their 9 to 5 so they could focus on their training. Retsu has been doing his Hajime no Ippo side quest, and Oliver Biscuit is back in the gym pumping iron. And last but certainly not least, this absolute bum Jack Hanma is back on the steroids and using body lengthening surgery so he can become 8 foot tall. This guy will really try and do anything except except for actually train his martial arts.
Legendary, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, even fucking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson as a rookie,
yes.
45 points,
Larry
17
Bird,
rebounds, triple-double,
legendary.
Larry
There you
Bird,
go.
legendary. These are legendary.
talking about Caden not
Hakeem
being able-
Olajuwon is more legendary than